Hey guys, this is Blake with smarthomesd.com. Today I'm at one of our builds that started about 6 months ago when our clients came to us and asked us to build a smart home. So our contractor, our architect hit the drawing boards and we came out with something that our homeowners wanted to go with. We decided to start filming some of these things, and we have to thank our clients for allowing us to. But we wanted to start doing some tutorials and product reviews along the way. That way our YouTube viewers as well as our website goers can get some real life feedback. There's some really cool things going into this home. We're using a DSC alarm integration with the Sonos, sound distribution, Nest thermostats, Philips Hue bulbs. We're doing theater lighting, also IP cameras to NVRs, and a bunch of other things. To bring it all together, we are using the Vera 3 home automation controller to bring everything together into one system. The other device that we're going to be installing around the house, and I thought today would be a great day to do a product review on it, is the Kwikset 914 deadbolt. It's a brand new deadbolt, and we're installing 5 of these. After this review, hopefully you'll understand why we actually chose this lock over many other ones.
Alright guys, so here's a close-up of the Kwikset 914 deadbolt. Here's the 910 over here. I wanted to show a comparison between the two so you can kind of see where Kwikset went with their Z-Wave locks. And I definitely have to say that they did a lot of time and effort and money into this thing compared to their 910s. Their 910s, I believe, were a market tester. They really wanted to see where the Z-Wave world was going to go, and I think they really see a huge potential in Z-Wave, and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. So I want to start off with the back. Right, so right off the bat, you can see that the 914 and the 910, up close and personal right here, you can see the 914 is definitely smaller. It's a much cleaner look, I believe, compared to the 910. The biggest thing I think that made a huge improvement was the metal casing. It just seems like a much higher quality lock than the 910. This was all plastic exterior shell, and the actual lever was plastic, which I really wasn't turned on by, where this guy is all metal. And you can, once you start playing around this thing, you can see the quality difference between the two. The next thing I want to show you is I'm going to pull off the shell. Now this does sport 3 screws, but I took them out before this video, and I'm going to lay it here. And again, this thing does have the window for the Z-Wave transmission, so the metal isn't gonna affect the Z-Wave transmission on this lock. So I'll pull off this shell, and you can see the difference already. And again, this shell didn't have any screws, so anyone could pull this off easily and quickly. So the quality again surpasses the 910, but not only in looks, but also Kwikset secured the BHMA Grade 2 certificate, as well as the UL 20-minute fire rating on this lock, which is a huge improvement. Totally surpasses the 910. Now I want to dissect these locks even more, and I'm going to pull out the battery packs of both, and I'm going to go over the Z-Wave chips. Now, besides the color difference, this is revision 3.8 and this is revision 1. And we can definitely tell by looking at the chips that there are, some different improvements on this thing. And we're hoping that basically battery life is going to be better, as well as Z-Wave transmission. So that's something that we still need to test. But I mean, we suspect that Kwikset went ahead and made some improvements to these chips because the microchips on these things are different. All right, guys. So I put the Kwikset 914 back together, battery pack, Z-Wave chip. And I wanted to talk to you about the biggest change I think Kwikset made, how they implemented the master code feature. So now you actually have to press your button, put in your master code, press the lock key, and then put in the new user code. So I'll give you a scenario. Basically, we were having people call us about property management, vacation rentals, on a weekly basis. So Z-Wave is a really great technology to go ahead and use to allow people in during certain times of days or for a week. So we did an install in La Jolla where a customer would come, they would use their last 4 digits of their cell phone number, and it would allow them access on the week that they were supposed to be in the vacation rental. Well, we couldn't really use the Kwikset 910 locks. They didn't have a master code feature. So if you did use it for a vacation rental, clients could come in, remove the back, you saw how easy that was, press the program button, put in a new code, and then have access to that house whenever they feel like it, and you would never know. So Kwikset saw a security flaw in that, and they went ahead and implemented the master code. And this really changes how we can use this lock. Now we can use it not only in vacation rentals, but I feel safer to use it in my own home. Where this one, you take a chance of someone changing the code on you, and you would never know. So I want to show you how this works. And what I'm going to do is you hold down this button, and I'm going to go ahead and program a new code. So you hold down this button till it double beeps. Then you put in your master code. Press the lock button. And then I'm going to do a new code, just 1212. Press the lock code again. And now it has programmed. So I'm going to go ahead and lock it. And I'm going to go ahead and do the 1212. So that was just showing you that a master code has to be programmed. Now, I'm going to show you if I didn't have a master code, or that I didn't know my master code. So I'm going to go hold this 2 seconds again, or wait for the 2 beeps. Maybe it timed out on me. Hold on. There we go. So now I'm going to put in just the 1212. Oh, it timed out. 1 sec. There we go. So I'm just going to do 1212. And basically it's not going to let me program without that master code. So I put in just a standard user code just to show you that without the master code, it will not program new users, which frankly I think is the best feature on this lock. Now that we're at the front of the lock, we can see the 914 has 10 digits, where the 910 only has 5. And going back to, and let's just go ahead and put them both together so you can see the size difference. But going back to home security, right? Home security basically is just a deterrent. It's a deterrent for people that want to get into your home. Now, if I'm looking at a 10 button Kwikset compared to the 5, I'm gonna say the 10 button lock is gonna be more of a deterrent. Because let's face it, anyone can take a baseball bat to your window and get in, right? They don't have to use a lock. So this goes back to deterrence, and with the more keys, the bigger the deterrent. Now, these both have the smart keys, which is pretty cool. The biggest difference I see in the Z-Wave world and Z-Wave locks is you can have the same key for all your locks with the Kwikset. Now, even like the Yales and some of the other lock manufacturers out there, you cannot special order a lock with the same key. So this, you'd have to have someone come out and rekey your locks. But the Kwikset, you can do it all yourself with the smart key, which is a pretty cool feature. I want to show you guys one more thing. Got my tablet down here. And this is hooked up to the Vera 3. We programmed it to the Vera 3 earlier this morning. And there is no other lighting nodes around here. So we're probably about 40 or 50 feet with 1, 2, 3 walls in between us. And I want to show you the response time of this lock. So I'm just going to go ahead and press the button here. Pressed it. And it's pretty quick. It's hard to say exactly, but I do really think the Z-Wave chip in this is a modified version of the original, and I do think the response time of this is much quicker than before. It's going ahead and pulling the node right now. It's successful, so I'm going to go ahead and try to unlock it now. And you have to be happy with that. I mean, that is a really clean display of the motor kicking back, as well as the Z-Wave transmission. Everything was a little bit snappier than I've noticed with some of the other locks. Alright guys, so that wraps up our product review on the 914 Kwikset deadbolt. Hopefully you see a big difference between the 910 and the 914 and allows you to make a better buying decision on a Z-Wave lock. If you do have any input and learning experiences between the two Z-Wave chips, feel free to leave us a comment. We'd like to know more. And if you're shopping around for Z-Wave gear, hopefully you give us a chance at smarthomesd.com. For all our watchers out there and subscribers, thank you for staying subscribed and watching, and look forward to more home automation product reviews and how-tos.